Hey, we have something exciting to share with you. It's an amazing podcast. We interviewed the most inspiring people and we're so excited to share these interviews with you. And what you will be learning is
tips and tricks to eat plant-based and how these amazing people can do it.
Their stories, their struggles, their challenges, what they have learned along the way. You've got to listen to this. We can't wait to hear what you think. Hashtag You're Super on Instagram, on Facebook. Let us know what you think.
I could not find a school that I wanted to send our child to. And I thought, well, we'll just homeschool her. And at that point, you know, I just thought, well, no, she's already sort of an introvert and it might not be the best thing for her. So I called my sister, who has a master's in early childhood education, and I told her I wanted to start a school.
What were you thinking?
And then she said,
no.
You had an inkling of what it would take to start it. You had already started your own early childhood program in Wichita, Kansas, called Child Spot, which was amazing, which gave me the idea because she had created this unbelievable program.
So I started Child Spot in Kansas in the late 90s when my kids were younger. I had been in the world of psychology and education and teaching teachers, and I wanted something that I felt safe and comfortable where I could put my kids when I went back to work. And there was nothing. And so I wanted to start a school, and it was not easy, you know, and I knew that there were a lot of challenges, but it was a very child-centered, student-centered place. So it was all about children and really nurturing who they are, and really focusing on who they are as opposed to the teacher saying, this is who you are.
Making sure that they were eating the best way possible, which was what we thought. So grass-fed meat, free-range chicken, all organic, you know, dairy and veggies and everything.
And we had a greenhouse.
We had a greenhouse, so they were growing veggies and things like that. So after we went plant-based, Jim he really started educating me on the environmental piece. I didn't know. I had been working in environmental circles. We had been, you know, had an environmental school, and no one had ever made the connection between animal agriculture and the environment. So I think when we started really talking about Muse and where we wanted to go with the school, because it's an environmental school and because animal agriculture is the second leading cause of greenhouse gases and climate change, we couldn't call ourselves an environmental school anymore and still be serving animal products.
Yeah.
We took 18 months.
Oh wow.
To really transition.
To a plant-based school.
To transition and to educate and inform. So we showed forks over knives. We brought in doctors, we brought in climate scientists, we brought in authors and athletes and chefs to not only spend the day with the children, but then also come in the evening and do, you know, a grown-up talk. And we gave them plant-based food and a glass of wine, and, you know, we thought we were doing everything, you know, just by the books. We had food committees with the children and food committees with the families. And then fall of 2015, we went plant-based. We became the first plant-based school in the nation.
The cool thing is that people come to us because of that, you know, and when we give them tours or when they call, they get an intake or whatever, we front load with, we are a plant-based school because of our sustainability mission, which is first and foremost the most important thing. I mean, I think it's more important than academics.
Oh, absolutely.
I think inner sustainability is important and outer sustainability. So anyway, it's been a journey.
It has been.
Yeah.
It has been. I mean, we were able to quickly regain our enrollment and surpass it ultimately. And we have 150 raised beds, so the kids grow, depending on the time of year, anywhere from 60 to 90% of the produce that they're eating every single day. So they've learned how to plant it, grow it, harvest it, prepare it, and compost it. So they understand the full cycle of food and where it's coming from.
And our leftovers, like now we have such an abundant supply of produce that we do grow. The children are now taking those to homeless shelters or food banks or farmers markets, and so we're also teaching them about food justice and social justice and where does food come from and how do you get food, and I'll share my food with you because I have so much in my garden. Here, I can show you how to plant, you know. So it's neat how it's kind of evolved into something that is not just about food and education, but it's about social justice.